So some of you have been to my comment section again to insinuate that, oh, I finally changed. I wasn't talking about South Africa in the bad light because I just chose to do that. I was only doing videos to respond to your many allegations, false allegations about Nigeria. Of course, I cannot sit down and watch you visit my house and beat me, beat my children, beat my husband, beat my mother, beat my father, and walk away. I will give you a fight. Yeah. So I made a video and I mentioned that in South Africa, even though we are having our banter, people should try and visit South Africa. That's me saying that I'm balancing things. While I talk about the ugly, I talk about the good side of South Africa. Yes, I mentioned that earlier. And now we take to the next video where I was about to condemn some South Africans saying things about their country in a very demeaning manner. Now, I used to say that Nigerians are the ones that have given themselves up for drugs because they come on social media to talk about everything that happens in their village, in their town, in their cities. And that's why most South Africans have so much information about Nigeria. But that has not changed. When I watched a lot of South African news or content creators who talked about South Africans, and South Africans have confirmed that they are having security issues in South Africa. And this brings me to say that why is it that, or ask these questions that have been bugging me, why is it that South Africans come to my comment section to claim that every atrocity that happens in South Africa is caused by Nigerians? And I beg to differ because I have seen a lot of your comments on white people's channels where you guys have insisted that while you are telling people to come to South Africa for tourism, you should also let them know that they are suffering from insecurity, that the crime rate is very high. But I think that if South Africans can be typing this in a white man's comment section and come to my comment section to only say derogatory things just because it's a Nigerian's channel, then you guys need to rethink, because we are Africans, right? If you're a South African black and I'm a Nigerian, we are supposed to even sit down to think about what is it that we could do to move forward our continent, other than always having issues with one another. One will ask, why have I replied South Africans this much? I replied them because they have made it a point of duty to visit my channel on a daily basis, dropping things that are not true about my country. And one thing about reputation is once somebody had put out something there and you do not debunk it, especially when those things are lies, you are already selling or demarketing your country. And I will not watch anybody demarket my country in that sense, and I'll keep quiet. No, I will not. I will always come out to speak the truth about Nigeria. Nigerians are very hospitable people, hardworking, selfless, courageous people. Nigerians can survive anywhere in the world. I keep saying it because I know that we have been under leadership that have been very unaccountable. We have had leaders that are not accountable, leaders that are selfish. We have had them and we're able to go through that route. And that is why most times when Nigerians travel out of the shores of this country, they do so well, because when they go there, those people are slow and lazy. Nigerians are very smart thinkers and very creative, and they are spot on. Whenever they see an opportunity, they grab it and run with it. And that is why you see that most Nigerians, when they travel out, they are the envy of everyone around them, because they know that Nigerians never take no for an answer. And why do you think you come for a nation that woke up one morning and decided that their New Year's slogan was, "We know they grieve for anybody"? That is how to show you a people who are resilient, people who do not take no for an answer, people who go all out to ensure that they get the best for themselves. So let us read the comment from South Africans under this particular comment section. Let's go, guys. Fascinating video. Thanks. After Africa is the only continent we haven't been to yet, so it's on our to-do list. How did you get on the data when you were away from Wi-Fi? How did you get data while you were away from Wi-Fi? That's what he asks. Wi-Fi. This person say, oh wow, you are going to love it when you finally visit. You got to go to Morocco at some point too. It's one of my all-time favorite places. Some of the people we were traveling with got SIM cards, data plans just to at the airport, but we didn't. I like to enjoy the time away from Wi-Fi. Means I'm present at and not checking my emails and getting stressed. You can also organize a SIM before you go to those places. We have used them before in New Zealand, okay, and loved them. This one said, okay, he gave the person a link to click on to book flights to all those other areas she suggested. This one said, thanks for that. Yes, it's nice to get away from Wi-Fi to break. We were fully booked for Morocco in 2020, so maybe next month. This other person said, after traveling to 37 countries, I must say South Africa is spot on. This person said, I think you must make it more clear about the requirement for safety in larger cities. It's all well and good saying the positives, but you are more at risk with being robbed or killed by people in the cities than animals at the safari in South Africa. You see, that is what we are saying. So a white travels all the way to South Africa and is, applauding South Africa and saying all kind of things about South Africa, and then South Africans are coming here to say that they should be very careful because the height of the level of insecurity and criminality happening in South Africa is on the high. And then they mentioned that you should also, apart from that, they also buy people, not just the robbery and other criminalities. They also buy people, they also take people's lives. And this one say, easiest advice, stay away from all CBD areas like JHB, CBD, but in the tourist areas the security is better for obvious reasons. Local is mostly lekker. I don't know what that means. And this one say, go to Hermanos. It's on Garden Route, one of the safest places in Africa. It's so beautiful. So you see, a lot of them who are South Africans are also saying on the comment section to people that South Africa is not safe. So I think that at the end of the whole thing, we should be able to say kind things about other people's countries so that people will say kind things about us. Because if you go to a country and don't say kind things about them, they will definitely want to dig up to the darkest part of your own country's secret and they will want to speak about it. And you know what the internet does? It never forgets, because a lot of people's bad experience or maybe watching online will be the reason why they will either want to travel to that place or they won't want to travel to the place. Do you understand? So I just thought to bring that here for you. This one say, love your beautiful energy. I'm definitely planning a trip to Cape Town for my family. Thanks for all the information and entertaining videos. And of course, on places like this, other people will come to talk about it. Someone say, could you do a video on OKK? This other person said they already had the video of such in their channel. Thanks for watching and all of those. This one say, I never knew I would watch a video with Blake Lively telling on how the travel went. This one say, love it, probably South African that recently moved to New Zealand. People say South Africans don't move, but this guy said he just newly moved to New Zealand. So why did you move if South Africans don't ever move? You see, that's the thing we are talking about. So don't ever say things to Nigerians. Nigerians are always moving. Nigerians are always moving. But South Africans also move. There's nobody who doesn't move. There are people who don't ever want to travel. Some of them because they have phobia for height, so they cannot, enter plane. They don't want to fly and all of that. People have this kind of phobia and we cannot fault them for being themselves, right? But don't say Nigerians do not travel. You get, or rather Nigerians travel a lot, and that's why Nigerians are more exposed, because when people travel they learn. Traveling is a form of learning and also makes you exposed. So when you stay in your country judging people who travel as being a problem or the reason for why you are lazy and not working hard, then there's a problem already, and it's not the business of Nigerians, and you know that. So I mentioned that somebody is 6 people got unlived or the life, whatever it is, so that we just don't use the actual word for it. And somebody said they were all foreigners, but the police reported, and the reporters that went there, who some of them were South Africans, never mentioned that they were foreigners. So please, you guys should own up to your crime and deal with it. Until you accept that, you won't be able to move forward. This person said he moved to New Zealand. He says, so glad you enjoyed it. Lion Sands is beautiful. One of our favorite Hermanos Western Cape is obvious, is absolutely beautiful for surfing, whale watching, wine farms, restaurants, and beautiful beaches. Okay, so that's what the person had to say. This other person say, why you did visit the Western Cape, Cape Town. Some of them they are typing. Sometimes could be somehow you don't know what they're really talking about. In the Western Cape, agreed on Hermanos. Go in September to see the whales. Okay, and this is say I was born and currently live in South Africa. I can confirm that the things she said is the video is true. Oh, okay, that's true, right? This one say, hello, I'm from Uganda. I want to come to South Africa for a job, please. So people are looking for jobs in South Africa, also in the mood of this. This one say, thank you for always doing justice to the beloved country. That is good. So you see how it's sweet for people to talk about your country in a good light, learn to talk about other people's country in a good light, so that they would also speak about your country. This one say, you've done such a good job with this. I'm South African lover. I have visited 3 times, and South Africa is such an amazing country, incredible destination with incredible people. I know safety is an issue. I know safety is an issue. Are you guys listening? And I have seen things happening with my own eyes, but I never felt unsafe or threatened, even hanging around alone, taking public transport. People are so happy you come visit their beautiful country and saw their way of doing things and share their culture. I really I really only have praise for these beautiful places, living in one of the most beautiful countries I have ever been to, and as a fussy French vegetarian, the best food I have encountered in all my travels. And then you get all the sightseeing in the wilderness, the wildlife, diving sites, beaches, outdoor activities, the wines. South Africa is really hard to beat. Everyone should have it on their bucket list. I cannot wait for the day I can go visit again and vlog for my own channel. Thank you for making me revisiting this astonishing country. I love every bit of it. Okay, and the person replied, but in all of this, they will say South Africa is fine, but they have security issues. But South Africans are very fast to talk about insecurity in Nigeria. South Africans are very fast to talk about the but you cannot say that in Nigeria they will buy you while you came for tourism. You can't say that. But this man said he has witnessed it firsthand that this kind of things happen. Do you understand? That this kind of things happened in South Africa where they buy people, it's not safe and all of that. And this person say, when I was a child, my parents and I traveled to South Africa approximately 1 month. This one say, just by watching your video, you got me planning to go on the next trip. Yeah, that's a good one. You see, while others are still talking about insecurity, that people will still want to take that and go. They take it and go. I'm so glad to be informed. Okay, to be informed. Okay, I don't know what he's trying to say. This was as a South African, I would say this video does us justice. Thank you for sharing. I will look out for more of your stuff. Sharp, sharp. Okay. This one said traveling here from me. I don't know what he's typing. This one said, damn proud to be a South African. Cape Town waiters are cool. Wear to dress appropriately. Thanks to a lot of you from Barcelona. I'm traveling to South Africa. This one say, I can't believe your channel is not more popular. Your videos are outstanding. Okay. Okay, this one say my husband has been there 3 times before we were together. He is German. He would love to take me from Cape Town down to Garden Route to Durban and in between. Okay, this one say I live in Cape Town and grew up in Kalahari, two of the most beautiful places in the world. Yes, we love to braai. I don't know what that means. So basically, in all of these things they are saying, And all of these things they are seeing, it still goes to show that whatever you put out there is what people will run with. Whatever you put out there as a person or as a country is what people will run with. So you see people always coming to my channel to talk about the negative side of Nigeria. It's because our media keep projecting on the negative news. And because you keep putting out the negative news, is what people will think we are. But we are not that. Nigerians are not that. So if you see a good news, put it out there. And that is why I keep telling people that as Africans, we should learn to celebrate people while they are alive. Do not wait on people die before you celebrate them. Because I've seen that it's an African thing. Or I don't know if it happens in any other part of the world. People don't care what happens to you. When you are no more, they begin to celebrate you, posting you everywhere. Don't you guys think that that's something that is very absurd, something that is not nice, and we should look into doing better as a people or as a continent? So until we are able to own up to things that are happening, we will not move forward. Do you get? So basically, a lot of people here have talked about insecurity, and then you see people talk about how Nigeria is this, Nigeria is that. So somebody says South Africa is beautiful and generally safe. Okay, somebody is saying it's generally safe. This one say it's not safe at all. Only areas like Hermanus and sometimes Cape Town are actually safe. So this person's name is that girl Mila 14. The person is actually a South African. He said it's not every place that is safe. So basically, when you're going to South Africa, just be careful because, like they have said, it is not too safe. So basically, we are done for today. Thank you guys for watching my videos. For those of you who watch my videos to the very end, I thank you so very much for all the support you give me on this channel. I can never ever be here without your support. Most of you watch my videos to the end. You watch my advertisement to the end. I want to say I love you so much. And I look forward to bringing you better content, not on the Gbosgbas level. When you mean Gbosgbas, not on the disagreement level kind of thing. And I see a lot of you taking sides already on videos I have made, which is fine. And that is why there's a community. So at the end of the day, one day we'll all come to agreement. We'll all come into one particular spot where we will agree, right? So that's why I said we are different. We have our own we have our own thoughts in our minds. We want to do. So learn to speak about people's places, people's environment in a good light, just so that when people want to talk about your own, they come at you with positive energy. You do not give negative energy and expect positive. Yes, so we have tried as much as possible to tell you that we are not your problem. Come, let's work together. But you said no, we are your problem, and you keep fighting back and keep fighting, throwing tantrums, crying on the comment section. But it's fine. Every other African country, look at Zimbabwe now. They have entered one chance with you guys. Please, you guys should change and be peaceful.